aiming to tackle today is anybody that's interested and looking forward to the awards as to what they might need to do in order to make a submission. But just to set the scene, first a couple of slides on what is MEETA. And MEETA Asset Management, it's a society and we're based within Engineers Ireland. We're really a special interest group for maintenance, reliability and asset management practitioners. And that's what we aim to drive all the time, is to be putting forward the best of maintenance and allow people that are interested and come to our conference and involved in our awards and involved with us to be getting the best technology and getting the best information they can. MEETA was created about 35 years ago as an amalgamation of the National Maintenance Association and the Energy Management Association, as well as incorporating technology and environmental protection. So there was a lot of forward thinking back then. So in order to try and make the name somewhere manageable, they came up with MEETA, which stands for Maintenance, Energy and Environment Technology Association, which would have been a right mouthful at the time. In the 1990s, MEETA engaged with the Institution of Engineers of Ireland and became a society which in that group where we still are today. This relationship has really prospered. And now MEETA, we're well established within the Engineers Ireland Society. And we upgraded the name in 2021 to reflect current thinking, and it now stands at MEETA Asset Management. That used to be our old logo, MEETA in lowercase letters over the asset manager's tagline in amber. We have now gone to a new logo which reflects our Engineers Ireland home and more progressive and forward thinking of where we are. As I said before, our real aim is to drive real improvements, and our operating model is to promote asset management, maintenance and reliability best practices. To help drive real improvements in the Irish industrial sector, and our national committee comprises of members from various sectors of industry and service providers, each with a unique perspective on asset management. I suppose maintenance is often the poor relation in industry, but we believe that the work of hardworking and skilled professionals involved in this field deserve to be properly and fully recognised. And that's what we set out to do with our awards process. So we are excited to announce the launch of the annual MEETA Awards of 2023. And this is the kickoff, if you like. The awards, the Asset Management Awards, they're Ireland's leading awards showcase for maintenance and asset management sector. We span across 4 categories, and these awards recognise some of the excellent, innovative and high quality work being achieved by individuals, teams and organisations in the sector. And there is a huge amount of work going on that often goes under the radar, that isn't seen, and people often don't get recognition for it. Each category winner will receive a trophy and a certificate. The overall winner will receive the Sean Hennessy Memorial Trophy to retain for 1 year and a wall plaque which may be retained. Sean Hennessy was one of our founding members who was sadly killed in a cycling accident a number of years ago. And this trophy was commissioned specially in his memory. And the wall plaque is almost an identical copy of the trophy itself, and it can be retained permanently. The trophy comes back each year because it's an annual event. The awards are divided into 4 sections: Part A, B, C, and D. Part A is the Industrial Awards, and I'll go into them in a little more detail in a minute. Part B is Safety and Skills. Part C is the Environmental Award, and Part D is an award for students. So we'll take a closer look at them now. There are a total of 6 awards presented. Number 1, the best practice in innovation and maintenance management, and the best practice in technology and asset information management. They're really the targeted industrial awards. We have then safety and maintenance and asset management, and this is where people are being innovative in how they manage safety within maintenance. And there's lots of that going on in industry every day, and it's often done and then it disappears into the background. So it's worth taking a close look at what they're doing and see how innovative it is. Skills and workforce. is all about training and what people are doing to train people and keep them modern and up to date in the techniques and systems of asset management that are going on. Training and updating skills and employing an effective workforce is never more important than it is today. Number 5 is best practice in environmental control as applied to maintenance and asset management. So what are you doing to help protect the environment, and what are you doing to make environmental control within your plant better as part of your maintenance and asset management system? And the best student entry then is included as well. And that's for students working in any category that has anything that's linked to maintenance in any way. If they have a new technique for designing equipment or a new technique for maintaining equipment, or they're working on something that's improving lubrication or improving some system associated with maintenance management. Award then is the project deemed by the judges to be the most impressive will be awarded the Sean Hennessy Memorial Trophy. So there's a good chance of winning an award right across the whole thing, and you're covering a good band of areas as well. Practice and innovation in maintenance management. The products or frameworks that demonstrate new techniques or innovative approach to asset management. Best practice in any or all of its life cycle stages. So if you have an idea there that's good and it helps to reduce the infant mortality, or it helps to give the equipment longer life or make it more reliable, there's ample opportunity within that category to make a lot of projects fit. Best practice in technology and asset information management. This is where you're looking at how we're using the technology to drive maintenance management and make the business more effective and more efficient. And it's how it's used. I would stress that software programs are not in the scope of this award. That's for a totally different thing entirely, but it's how well you're using the data that you're gathering and the information that you're gathering to give you a better system of operation. Safety, well, I suppose safety, we're all well aware of, and it's a huge factor in any industry nowadays. But this is all about how you demonstrate the use of best factors to deliver safer asset management. Have you come up with a new system of tagging out equipment? Have you come up with a new system of isolating equipment? Are you using the systems that are there in a more efficient and more innovative way? Entrants should provide evidence of an initiative approach that goes beyond statutory requirements on health and safety. So we all have to comply with the statutory requirements that are set down by law. So need to be going a little bit beyond that to have a worthwhile project in this category. Skills and workforce. The skills gap to present a significant challenge to the ongoing possession of maintenance and asset management. Every company in this country today is struggling to get people and have skilled people. So how you're doing your training, how you're driving it forward. And this award really seeks out examples of successful and innovative recruitment, training development, and staff retention initiatives that are all part of the sector and that the whole sector can learn from. So have a look at your training process and see how well you're doing and is it worth putting it forward. Next category is in best practice in environmental control as applied to maintenance and asset management. Projects which demonstrate fresh thinking in environmental management that help to overcome challenges and to promote optimal decision making. Innovative design, the best use of resources. This award is really for going above and beyond normal practice and continued an ongoing commitment to sustainability and environmental improvements over a period of time. It's all about how you can minimize waste, improve the environment, doing less damage to the environment, using less resources. Lots of good innovation going on out there in the industry. It's a matter of putting the project together so that it shows it in the best light. There are projects by full-time or part-time students which demonstrate initiative, creativity, and problem solving. And these are the key factors that the judges will be looking for. It's typically for final year projects that demonstrate outstanding delivery of asset management. But it doesn't necessarily need to be the final year project, but the final year project is where a lot of students get to work on this type of project that they can put it forward. Project there did one in 2019. Shane Gaon, he was a graduate of Cork Institute of Technology, a level 8 mechanical engineering degree project at that time. The awards provide an outstanding opportunity to recognise excellence in the maintenance and asset management of physical assets through their life cycle. The award recognises outstanding contributions and achievements of individuals, teams, and organisations in the profession of asset management. There's lots of individuals but working on lots of things, but there's lots of teams within maintenance and within organisations working on projects and making improvements. And all those projects are probably quite eligible to be entered. It's also an opportunity for maintenance people to showcase the best practice and systems that they have available. It's a chance to show that your organisation what it can do in asset management and celebrate people that are making an improvement. And it's one of the few things that allows maintenance people to stand out and be seen as doing something different and making a big contribution. What type of projects are eligible? Any asset management or maintenance related project involving the application of a technical solution or business process improvement to increase the effectiveness or efficiency of asset care. Or any project that improves the working environment for people in the workplace in terms of either diversity, health and safety. And I say beyond the statutory requirements, doing what you must do is not enough. You need to be going a little bit beyond that. Or any project that goes above and beyond normal practice and continued or ongoing commitment to sustainability and environmental improvement over a period of time. Projects must have a maintenance or asset management component in them. So you can't pick up an environmental project that has no maintenance link whatsoever to it. What's the entry process? Candidates submit an application before the deadline, which will come up later on, using an entry form on the Engineers Ireland website, and it's available at that link there. Preliminary vetting occurs by meeting the asset management evaluation team of all entries, and a shortlist is selected from that. Shortlisted entrants are then requested to deliver a 10-minute presentation on the project, followed by a 15-minute in-depth review of the judging panel. The presentation may be delivered online or in person at Engineers Ireland and Clyde Road. If it is in person, it will be at Engineers Ireland and Clyde Road, but there is ample facility there to do it online if people do not wish to travel to Dublin for the delivery. All submissions must be made online by email in all cases, and the information is available on the website. The judges are mainly looking for concise written submissions, and your entry should cover as many of the listed criteria as possible. After all submissions have been received, all entries will be sent for the first round of review. This is part of the judging process. Entries will be carefully scrutinised with the best selected to go forward into each shortlisted category. The shortlisted finalists will be notified and assigned a presentation time. The judges will score each of the entries against a predetermined set of scores. Scores are collected and collated following the presentation, and these determine the winning entries. And the winners will be announced at the award ceremony. Completing an entry form, address each of the headings under the evaluation criteria and taking note of the word count. And I talk about word count primarily as a matter of respect for the judges, and I'll delve a little bit more into that shortly. There's some flexibility on the word count of each section. However, the entry should not exceed 2,000 words in total. Entry should be typed A4 paper, Arial 12 font, double spaced, And do not use pictures on the submission, and do not provide backup documentation with the submission. Your entry is what it is, 2,000 words, typed, double spaced. The evaluation criteria is concept, brief outline of the initiative, how it originated, and the main objectives. How did you get into it? Where did you go? What brought this project about? Delivery, explain who the key players in delivering the initiative were and how they work together to deliver for success. That might be one person, might be two person, might be 10 persons in a team, it might be different groups working together. Part where you can really win or lose is innovation and originality. Explain the innovation behind the initiative. How does it go beyond existing best practice? What makes it stand out from other initiatives in the industry? How the project utilizes asset management tools and techniques in an innovative and original manner. Originality is the most important criterion and will be a key consideration for the judges. In the case of entry for the safety and environmental ward, how does it go beyond statutory requirements? You might be looking at a new system for relief valves as an example. Relief valves have a statutory requirement. Maybe you have come up with something that takes the whole safety of relief valves way beyond what's required from a statutory point of view, as an example. Potential, what is the potential for adopting this initiative across other industries? And knowledge, how the project has contributed to improved maintenance knowledge of the organization. How has it impacted on strategy? Has the project impacted the long-term asset management strategy within your company? Can it be adopted to move forward in the long term? How are the potential risks associated with the project well assessed? And what steps were taken to mitigate any risks identified? As an example, if you were going implementing a new training program, how did you make sure that you would mitigate any risk that would be associated with that or any change management that would be occurring? Implementation, what measurable benefits have been achieved or are expected, including financial, health and safety, environmental benefits. Integration, how the project has been integrated into the organization's existing asset management system to deliver ongoing benefit. Is it just a one-off step? Is it going to be there for a long time? Is it going to be giving you benefit for many years to come? So these are the criteria to be looking at as you prepare your project. Entry is free. Ensure your submission fits to the overall word account. Additional information will not be considered. And the main reason behind that is judges are busy and it takes time to give every evaluation good consideration, which the judges do in great detail. So producing something that has 40 pages of data in it is unfair on the judges, and it doesn't get to being read. Stick to the word count, stick to the layout, and everybody is on a level playing field. Read the criteria and make sure you cover each point. The judges use the criteria points as a basis of their scores, so make sure you touch on each criteria point. Some criteria obviously will have a bigger impact for you and your project than others. So make the best of each point as you make your way through it. Ensure you target the area you have into for. And I've seen people get this wrong on a number of occasions. Put yourself in the judge's shoes and think, what about really might impress the judge? What makes you special and distinctive? Look for that special point that makes a difference. You're doing something in particular in the field of safety or the field of technology or something like that. What puts you out there that's a little bit better than all the rest? Good layout pays dividends. Make the submission easy to understand, especially when you come to the presentation. You're not judging how pretty your entry looks, but busy judges are inevitably attracted to easy to read, neatly laid out, easy to understand submissions and presentations. First, don't be modest. You have done something, you think it's good, and you have said it's worthwhile to enter. So sell it, put it out there. Your opening words are crucial in winning interest. Don't ramble on. get to the point. Every word should count and be proud of what you have done. Enter the right category. Some companies seem to enter certain categories and then ignore the one that would stand out as much better chance of winning. Look carefully down through the categories and choose the one that's most relevant to you. You know, look closely at what you're going to be submitting, what your presentation is going to be, what your submission is going to be, and see what category does that fit best into. And ensure you're right about the category you're planning to enter. Ensure you speak about the project you've entered when you come to the presentation. You know, don't drift off into something else. As I said before, both don't be modest. You've done a good job. It's been worthwhile. You've got to the shortlist now. You know, the judges must think your project is at least worth listening to and going a little bit forward. Again, your opening words are crucial. Drive the point home. Don't ramble. Get to the point. Make every word count. You have 10 minutes before you have to face questions. Make every second count. Be proud of what you've done. Keep the time, especially if there's more than one presenter. If you have more than one presenter and you're running over time, you will get cut off. I chair on myself and you will get cut off. Keep slides simple and to the point. It's better to use 2 slides with 1 point on each than trying to be making multiple points on 1 slide. Confidentiality. We recognise and respect the sensitivity and nature of the information submitted in the entries, and we can appreciate you're developing something and it's fairly unique, so you want to keep it to yourself to a certain degree. Submissions are not disclosed or discussed outside the judging process. We do not publish the names of companies, organisations, or individuals that have not been shortlisted for award. And I stress the point not there, because if you have been shortlisted, your name will be shown. Winners and company names and brief detail of the project are published at the award ceremony. But again, it's 1 slide. You have a particular company and they worked on ABC to deliver improved safety or whatever, and that's about what it is. But it is just a publicity site to publicize the award. We do not provide contact names or phone numbers to anyone outside of the judging process. Industrial careers and prospect opportunities are available, and people that have won have done well, and there are some references there. People that have won and have done well over the years. There's one very personal friend of mine. He's driving his own medical business down in County Limerick, Cool Medical. Patrick Burns was his name. He would have won projects with a student project with us many years ago. So there are lots of people that have gone on and done well after winning, being involved with us. Even a lot of people that didn't actually win the overall award, but won a certificate or whatever, have gone on and done very well across their life. It's a good stepping stone. It's a good thing to have on your CV. Picture from the awards night in 2021. Number of people there. We have a big awards night in a hotel somewhere in the locality. We haven't nailed it down yet. We invite all the people who have won an award along. We have a little bit of food and a few drinks and a good night's entertainment there. You get a chance to meet a lot of like-minded people. You get a chance to make a lot of friends and be involved with a lot of people that are in this, a good network to be working with for the future. Some points to consider when interesting. It helps raise the profile of your company. It helps raise profile of maintenance in the company. It's a great team building exercise. It's a great development opportunity. Presentation needs to be short and concise. Practice it. Question and answer session to get your points across. Again, try and anticipate the questions and practice your answers. It's a good entry to have on your CV that you won some one of the awards. It's an opportunity to meet others in the business. It's a good marketing and PR opportunity for the company. All winners are featured on the Engineers Ireland website. Many winners have gone on to develop good careers, and mentioned a couple of them there a while ago. Awards presented in front of many potential employers. So if you're interested as a student, there's a lot of people down there that are looking at somebody who is now being considered by a group of professionals in the maintenance industry to be one of the best in the country at the moment. And you might come back in the future and compete in the maintenance awards again. What is required? Short synopsis of your project. The abstract from the report is adequate. Prepare a 10-minute presentation to highlight the benefits of the project. One slide, even if it's only theoretical on cost, and be available for 30-minute presentation on a date to be decided, usually at the end of October. And the 30 minutes is the presentation plus the question and answer session. Closing date for all projects is close of business on October the 16th this year. It's a Monday, so that gives you a weekend to finalize anything. So, and that is it. There will be no extension of the deadline. So there is one closing date, and that is it. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing you on the date.